Good afternoon, family and friends. Sergeant OCD here. I want to welcome all my viewers, my subs, family, friends, everybody who watches my channel. I thank you. Um, didn't expect it, but hey, here we are again. So I'm going to continue the urban heating solution. These are little trials I'm doing to see if I can heat up a room with anything other than electricity. So what I have here is a burner I built with the idea from, not the exact idea, but a variation of the idea from a Brit named Murphy Smith. I can't remember all of it. He's got 3 names. But all I did, instead of putting 91 proof or 99% isopropyl alcohol in this, I put in the 70, whatever this is. Oh, it's 91. So it burns well. And right now the temperature in this room is 58 degrees. So I'm going to hold this temperature probe over this and watch this sucker climb. Okay, it's at 140 now. So these holes, I can actually pull the stovepipe down further, but the chimney, and I'm thinking that we're going to make another one of these, and I'm going to make a chimney for it. I could take this off this burner. It served its purpose. You know, it heated up, but the heat that's coming off of this is amazing. So we're 200 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. So, and what's that in Celsius? 92 Celsius. Awesome. I just put a little bit of alcohol in there. I don't know how long these would last, but they would certainly heat up an area for a little bit. The whole idea behind these and me thinking about the urban heating solution is heat transfer. So, you know, I started out with terracotta pots, found out quickly they did not transfer the heat the way I wanted it to. So, you know, these people that put a candle, you know, underneath the terracotta pot and says it's going to heat a room, this doesn't work. You know, they could put 4 candles under. It's still, the terracotta pot doesn't radiate enough heat like steel does or metal. So all this is 4-inch stovepipe I got from Lowe's, and I've been cutting it up. It was, you know, I switched from 4-inch to 6-inch, so I've been cutting it up and experimenting with it. So here's what we're going to use. This is all this is a can, 2 cans, fits inside each other. Now, the one that I'm just going to call him Smith. The one that Smith did is and the first one I did fit really, really snug, but I don't have the material he has. So, you know, he wants steel screen, but his is on a roll and it's very rigid. He wants, for the wicking material that goes around here, he wants to use carbon fiber material. I can't find that. Well, I can find it. It's in my Amazon cart for next time. But I use a sock. You know, he said I can wrap it with a sock, and just showed that I've done it 2 different ways or 2 different times, just to get this thing tight around here, so it keeps the sock tight to this. And it fits in here. You'll notice, well, this whole outside would be the wick. I get this off right now, but I should have showed you before I put it on. Oh, it's calming down. It's still going up quick. it's probably still going to hit 200 degrees. 195, 6, 7, 8, 200. Okay, and it's still climbing. So it's still a little hot for me to touch. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cap on this with fins, like a chimney cap, so I can maybe get some more heat radiated out so all the heat's not escaping from the top, you know. I just put a little bit of this alcohol in this. The beauty about this is I don't have to order it. I can get this stuff from Walmart. So, you know, that's a no-brainer. So hopefully the shelves will not be empty. And I apologize for my shop being a mess, but it's a shop and I do a lot of projects and it's a mess. I never claimed to not be a messy person. Certain things have to be absolutely perfect and certain other things I don't really care about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the camera angle into probably my vise, and I'm going to try. The problem with this is I can't get it out. I'm adding oxygen, so I got to figure out a way to get it out. You know. It's only a little bit of problem, like if you want to touch it or move it, you know. It's not the best design, but we gotta figure out how to. I mean, fire extinguisher. I'm trying to smother it, but now I added more air holes because I had this thing down here and I couldn't get it off. It's that tight. So I added more air holes down here to get more air into it. So eventually, here, let's put a rag over it. Just kidding. Eventually, I think what I did was threw a terracotta pot on there. This is a top for another one that I built. It's just the bottom of the can, basically. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom off of this, and I'll have another lid. Actually, I'm not going to cut the bottom off. I'm going to cut the top off here so I can use my cutter to get that. So cut this off. You know, now that goes into my scrap pile. What I want to do is, before I do this, I want to find 4 corners. So, what am I looking for? Oh, there it is. Just a approximate. Doesn't have to be exact. That's off. That's off. So I just go until I eyeball it on there. I know there's a way to do this, but I can't remember right now. So we're going to use that line. That line. That's on the seam anyway. Alright. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. All I'm trying to do is cut little fins. Yeah. Just so they fit kind of in there and out. You see that? So, you know, they just fit a little in and out. And hopefully these will not catch on anybody. I could put this in a dog or animal carrier, you know, cage, kennel. That way no one can touch it. I gotta get this fire out. Like I said, I put a little bit. I just squirted it around, and um, you know, maybe I went from this line to that line. I mean, crazy amount of um, life this alcohol has on this burner, because I'll show you when it saturates the sock, all the alcohol goes to the bottom, and then it just acts like a wick and brings up whatever it needs. But I think mostly it's igniting the fumes that are coming up. Anyway, found this the other day. Wanted to see if my wick, which is right here, if my wick would go through it. It would be a good, if you find something on the ground, pick it up. So this would be a good thing to put in whatever, and then have my wick go through it, and it's loose enough that I can control the height of the flame. So that's a good find. Yeah, I never picked up anything off the ground before, but now I do. I gotta get this flame out. I'll be back. Okay, I finally got it out. I couldn't hold it because it was just so hot. Wow, what a stack that thing is. Ended up using a glove, a rag, and another glove. So anyway, you look in here. Let me pull this out. The sock's not burnt. Whew. So all it is on the inside it's mesh with a sock, and on the outside it's wire with a sock. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Whew. I think. Woo-wee. Curious? Don't think it'll work. Let's see if I can get it lit. That's probably, yeah. See how I lit that right there in the center? It'd be nice to cook on that, That's going to smother it. Hello. Don't do this at home, boys and girls. Oh, do this at home, boys and girls. Yeah, playing with fire and alcohol and things are a little dangerous. And of course, this blanket that I have is not fireproof. I just got to reissue a fire gear, so I may end up bringing some out here to see if I can catch it on fire. Yeah, I put it out. Okay. So anyway, we'll put that aside for now. Something that won't burn. Yeah, it's pretty odd. It took me like, I don't know, 5 minutes to make this thing. Oh, here's my original one. So I shoved all that material, and you could see that it doesn't look like there's any cotton material left. And what's in there is, I tried to burn some paraffin oil. So, yeah, this is an old piece of, obviously, of wire. I'm doing is trying to get a piece that'll go around it. I may have to go get another sock. I cut this one off already. Okay, So get an old sock, one you don't wear anymore, one, when you get a hole in one, and don't tell me you guys didn't do this before, a hole in one, and saved it for another one. I got to put a hole in here real quick. That's all I'm going to do is put a hole in here. I don't have to put anything on the bottom side because I want this to be solid. It's for it to wick up. The only thing I want this is an air, I guess it's an intake, I'm not sure, or a way for the gases to escape. I'm not sure on everything, all the technical stuff about this, but I do know I made it work. All I'm going to do is wrap this thing. I have a seat. Just as tight as I can. What happened here? Why is it so long? I'll just stuff the bottom and the rest of it into the bottom. Not sure why that happened, but this screen, that's why you use a more rigid screen. And be careful that you can get wire splinters in your hand too from this stuff. And then wrap it across the bottom, your sock. Okay, so basically you want to dress your sock, your cotton material, or whatever this is. It's cotton, I think. And you want to dress that down so it's nice and even, because it's going to have to fit in here. Depending on the can, you may, ideally it should be tighter in the can. I just don't have the cans to do that. I don't know what I need. Of course, Murphy Smith, he I cannot peas, and he laughs. He's so funny. He makes all kinds of cool stuff. I think I mentioned him before, but so this is what I put into this one here, and you see it didn't do well, and I think that's a cotton ball in there that I got it, used it to start it, and it solidified, or it didn't burn up. Wow, cool. So the other thing I do now is I grab this wire, and what I want to do is put this wire around it. So I'm going to have to go about here. And since my can is bigger, I have a little bit more leeway to fit in there, So I'm going a little, normally you would cut off the excess. I'm not cutting it off. But look up alcohol burners on YouTube. I'm just, showing you. I can't really say whether it works or not because I don't have the proper materials to determine if it works or not. So, but I can show you what I found about these. I think I need to go down this one here. Just gonna see if this is gonna break real quick. Yeah, too long, too big. One's too big, one's too small. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up. Yeah. So I want to bend these down a little bit. See if I can hook them. anytime I have music on in the background, YouTube copyrights me. I don't want to break any rules. That's the whole thing. I don't care if I get paid or not. You know, it'd be nice to become a paid YouTuber, but it's not my goal. My goal is to learn to do these things on my own. Because what if the power went out tomorrow and you have 91% isopropyl alcohol in your medicine cabinet and you're cold? You want to know how to do this? Build one of these things. So all I'm trying to do is get the wire that I left on here intertwined with the other side of the wire. So I could close it down. But yeah, when I found this thing out last week, I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing. So I got a little bit of sock in there. Now I'm going to actually have more because I'm going to go. It really doesn't matter how you do it. Because I prefer blades to scissors. So I'm going to sew all this off. Still recording. Yeah, still getting used to this camera. So these scissors aren't the best either. I'm not going to bring the good ones out here, that's for sure. Anyway, so that's it. That's what I made. That's what this thing is, you know? This part of it. That's all it is. And you see, this just soaked, and it burned up at the top. You know? It's soaked with alcohol right now. Yep. So, whew. So anyway, this is just a regular can that I cut. Now I have two. Okay, this one's got a little bit of a bigger hole, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime this. And I'm kind of messy when I prime it, so all I'm doing is prime it around where I did the sock until I see it being soaked. It's soaked now. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. You saw how much I put in. Okay. Put that on. Put my little lid on. So I can see air right here. So hopefully the air will still get out and won't crush it or smother it, and it will work pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and use my little lighter here. So I lit it on the center because that's where it lit. It's getting rid of all the excess fluid, and out of the center it's going to burn. It has to be burning the fumes, because you saw where I put that alcohol. Now, of course, some of it's going to go down, and it's going to go all the way down, and it would be in here if I added too much or more. But you see, I did a sock like that on this one too, a full sock on there. So the other problem I'm having with this thing is since I burnt other things in here, it's starting to light the like creosote on fire. All right, so 58 degrees. I wonder if I can put this on here. It's a metal piece. Oh no. Oh, one of the things I wanted to show. Yeah, it's over 200 degrees. Yeah, that's heat shrink on this little piece of wire, and that could be a probe, so good grief. $400 degrees. I have it touching the top. 400 degrees. You want to see how hot this thing is? Look at this candle. Of course, the candle wax is going to catch on fire. But look at this guy. That's how hot this thing is. It's melting candle wax. Okay, I don't want any more of a fire than I already have. So I think with the amount of heat coming off of this, put it in a safe place in your room, and it will work. So obviously this one, I don't think I could put this in here this way. I may be able to. I hate not having a way to fill this or take this off. So the other thing I did, push this over to the corner, get my flammable stuff out of the way. Yeah, I'm very amazed by this thing. It went up. This thing, it's awesome. 250. That's just a probe on here, just touching the top. 260. So it went down a little bit. So I was thinking, how could I fill these? Let's just say it went out. It's at home, or it's inside. It's very hot. I have to put this actually in a terracotta pot to dissipate the heat. But I could take a transmission funnel, and I could do the same thing. But I'm going to try doing this by not wicking the outside. I'm just putting a bunch in there because if you remember, I put the sock in the center, so the whole thing should act like a wick, right? So let's do this. See if it starts. You don't want to have your face in front of there. All right. The problem with getting that thing on afterwards is this chimney pipe heats up very quickly. There we go. So I'm going to have to work on, oh, there we go. Get down there. Get my face away from there. Yeah, it's not igniting. The other thing that I don't want to do, and I'm going to do it anyway, is this. I will be sure that this thing's going to light now. This thing was so hot it stuck to my furniture pad on here. So This does work too. You know, I got a comment about, hey, you know, terracotta pots don't work. Yeah, they don't. But if you are able to use them for heating or transport or stabilization, I can't use that, then they'll work. You know, all I want this thing to do is dissipate heat. So it went out. So I may have to make another lid like this for this one. But let's see after it being ran for a little bit. We're at 170, 180. $60, $274. I'm going to go get another can and make one of these. See if I can get that in. The worst thing is melting my probe. I don't want to do that. I'm sure I can get another one. Yeah, that sucker's going pretty good. Hopefully I kept my hair. Anyway, got some work to do. But experiment with these things. These are pretty cool, very dangerous, but some of these are the necessary evils that, look, you could probably take 2 or 3 of these cans, tape them together with, you know, aluminum tape like I have here, put a cap on it, and have a little heater for your room, you know, with just stuff out of your medicine cabinet. Mostly everybody has 91% alcohol in their medicine cabinet. I keep bottles everywhere because, you know, people will have them in their craft rooms to clean off marks. You know, like I use them to clean off Sharpie marks and other things. So you're going to have this stuff around your house, and you could see how easy this was to make. Anyway, family, friends, God bless you. Take care. I hope you guys are enjoying the new year. I know I am. Take care of your family or your loved ones. I wish all the best for everybody. I wish God blesses everyone that sees this channel. You know, I tell you to go to church, but you who go to church, and you who don't want to go to church. You know, and that's fine. God still loves you. But without having a relationship with Jesus Christ, you're not going to go to heaven. So that's a problem for some people. But we could change it now. Anyway, God bless you. Take care. Train. And I will catch